A lot of you might not know this, and why would you with my name being GamerSketch, but I love music. And in case you can't tell from the shots you're seeing right now, one of my favorite bands of all time is Big Time Rush, but that's besides the point. Almost every modern music group today can be traced back to the influences of the Beatles, the greatest band of all time. John, Paul, George, and Ringo changed music forever with songs that no one could think of but themselves. Over the course of the 10 years they were together, they produced nearly 250 songs. Who does that? That's nearly 20 hours worth of music, and all over the span of 22 singles, 13 EPs, and 13 studio albums. Plus a few movies and a couple TV shows mixed in there. So the obvious question is, with so much music to listen to, where do you even start? I mean, with over 200 songs under their belt, there's gotta be some stinkers in there somewhere. So where do you even begin? Well, that's what we're here for today, and actually every weekend for the rest of the year. Over the rest of 2018, I will be counting down my top 100 Beatles songs of all time. 2 every weekend. I'll give the history of each song that I talk about, and I'll give my own little review of it to show why it's in my top 100. All in little 3 to 5 minute videos each Saturday or Sunday. So, I hope you all enjoyed this little ride with me, because we're just getting started. Alright, at this point, if you're a diehard Beatles fan, you probably already disagree with me. Honestly, Love Me Do probably deserves to be a little bit higher on this list. I mean, it's a great song, don't get me wrong, but I've already rewritten this list a good 28 times, so we'll just keep it here. Love Me Do was one of the earliest songs written by Paul, and it wasn't written for anybody in particular. But the message he wanted to convey with the song was that he had always loved somebody and he just wanted them to love him back. And hey man, I know what you mean. Can you just feel the teenage angst here? Anyways, when the Beatles all came together and they were recording their first album, John was obsessed with this one harmonica player. So by adding the harmonica, it gave the song a bit more of a bluesy, R&B type feel that one wouldn't usually expect from a 60s poppy love song, and that's why it caught on so fast. It was #1 in the charts for weeks on end when it first came out. It was their first big hit. So what do I think about it? Well, I love it. It's in my top 100 for a good reason. The only reason it's so low is because the harmonica can get a little bit grating at points, and I think it's just a little bit too repetitive for my taste, and I like repetitive music. So, I don't know what it does that I don't like. Also, if you couldn't tell, this is unscripted, so if I start rambling, I don't know, you signed on for this. But yeah, Love Me Do. Fantastic song. Next. I am not doing that again.
Hey, oh yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Wait, hey, Mr. Postman.
With the Beatles was produced in that weird beginning stage, where they were just producing a lot of covers of songs, and this is one of them. Please Mr. Postman is a cover of a song of the same name by the Marvelettes, and personally I think this version was a lot better. That's not to say With the Beatles is without its great original music, aka All My Loving, but that's about it. It's kind of a dry album, but this is one of the standout pieces on it. And yeah, it is kind of turned into a meme, but that doesn't detract from how great this song actually is. It's fun to listen to, it's upbeat. It really just doesn't stop. It keeps going, and it's fun. I don't know, I don't have much to say about it. It's just a good song, and you should listen to it if you haven't heard it already, because the memes started happening in like 2014. So, have at it what you will. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this first little episode of this new series. Also, on a side note, I will be getting better lights very soon, so we can get rid of all these awful shadows everywhere. Thanks again for watching, and see you later.